The EcoFlow River 2, is it the holy grail of backup power supply UPS solutions for us during load shedding? And how does it compare to everything else in the market? Is it really worth the price for the device? And what does it deliver for us as South Africans in terms of practicality? The device comes with a cigarette charger output, meaning you can use your cell phone charger or a TomTom or Garmin device to get power from it. It also has a USB Type-C input output, meaning you can charge your phone on it, or you can use a cell phone charger to charge it. It comes with a traditional USB 8 output for your other USB devices. But the main reason you buy this device is its South African 3-pin plug. It produces 300 watts at base but surges to 600. So what does it mean? It uses a clever technology they call X-Boost, which basically calculates the voltage and amperage to produce this extra wattage for devices that require the extra wattage, such as a vacuum cleaner or a pump. I was able to use my vacuum cleaner on this and it works fine. You'll be able to see the device ramp up the wattage. You'll even see it going above 300, but it's obviously for short duration, as this device does get really loud. So here we have the device running my desktop on max setting. My desktop's running on max settings, and it's producing about 700 watts in total because it's charging and it's producing the output. It does go to about 350, but that's on peak on certain performance on my PC. But as you can see, it does run it fairly well. I wouldn't use this as a long-term solution. Ideally, if you need it for emergencies or if you need to finish up a game, it does work well. Ideally, it works well on smaller devices. The device charges via a standard kettle plug, and you do have a solar and car charger attached to it. Here I am in my car. I'm charging it via the 12-volt socket, and it's getting about 86 watts, which is ideal. Bear in mind the car is not running, it's on AC, but when I was driving around I was able to get about 100 to 105 watts, which is what it's rated for. The device has a 256 watt-hour LiPo4 battery, which EcoFlow claims lasts to up to 10 years of use, which is ideal for every other scenario. But with us South Africans having load shedding 4 to 5 times a day, this might not really last that long. I'm scheming maybe 4 to 5 years to in fact. It does have an EPS auto switch, means you can leave this plugged in and it will switch over up to 30 milliseconds for devices that accept this switchover, which is really cool compared to everything else in the market that is manual. I mean, as South Africans, we have to look at what we want versus what is provided. A device that can charge fast, it has a good battery longevity, it has an application in which you can see the power usage, it has an auto switchover, and it comes with a 5-year warranty. All of this information can be found on the EcoFlow website, so I won't go in depth with that. But all in all, the device does offer a lot of the things we need in terms of load shedding, rather than the ones that a lot of things have. One of the cool features is its application. So you can connect to this via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, but it's quite intuitive as it shows you per socket or per input output of what is draining your system. You'll be able to change custom settings, such as how fast you want the device to charge. So a slower charge means you can preserve the battery longevity, whereas a faster charge will charge faster but also decrease the capacity in the long run. Ideally, you can also update the software from the device. I found this a necessity as I never updated, and when I plug my phone into charge and turn the AC on and off, it basically rebooted my phone. You'll be able to see the temperature of the battery, and it's actually quite cool compared to not much of the competitors having an application. One of the cool features is if you connect a car charger or solar, you'll be able to see the draw and where the power is going via this interface. So this begs the question, where does the River 2 fit in? Is it more of a permanent solution for load shedding, or is it something just for emergencies? I've had the device now for 2 weeks, and I can honestly say I'd rather use it for emergencies than something long term. The reason being is the battery doesn't last too long for you to use it for a long period of time, but it's just enough in terms of emergencies where you do need it, i.e. if your freezer is out for a good couple of hours and starting to defrost, you can obviously run this in the meantime while the power is getting up and running. Or if you need some life-saving equipment, then ideally it's perfect for that scenario. If you're going for camping and you have the solar panel that you have attached to it, then ideally you'll be able to run this without any issues and charge it without any issues. So I wouldn't say it's something long term, although I am trying to use it for long term due to costs, and obviously they're quite expensive nowadays with the load shedding price. So what I've done is basically I can connect this to my TV, but I've used the power saving mode within the TV software that reduces it greatly to about 50 watts. I'm obviously charging and I'm running other equipment here, so you won't see it, but you can see it's obviously dropping quite drastically. This is when it's off, it goes to about 145 watts, and then when it's on, it goes sub 100 watts. So you can see there are small features and small items we can remove from the equation. I myself have this running into a multi-plug, which I then connect to a smart plug and run non-essential equipment such as my Plex server, which doesn't need to run, that has its battery, and my router UPS, which also has an 8-hour battery. So just cutting out whatever doesn't need to be powered during that time actually saves it and can long. It is manual in terms of what you can do, but ideally it works. Heck, I'm even doing this video on the EcoFlow while it's load shedding. But if you want something bigger, obviously go for the double up version of the River, or you can just go to the Delta version. The problem with the Delta version is it is pricey, starting in at about 19,000 Rand, and you can get this from the EcoFlow website or other suppliers in the country. What this does is it allows you to attach an external battery, which greatly increases the use of this device. And with that being said, once you get your solar panels up and running, it can run your entire household, but provided that you have the correct equipment and using the correct features of the device. So that's basically it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and follow for more content, I guess. If you want me to do any reviews of many other products that are in the market, just let me know in the comments and I will do that. Cheers.